Of course, I got to fix my camera. Some old white man dancing. Hey, Kurt, what's up, buddy? Connor, our mod is modding you in your chat. So the co-host is getting modded from the show.
It's because I said fat ass.
It is exactly because you said fat ass. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Are you talking about his background or my background? Because I feel like my background looks good.
He said HG, so I'm assuming he's talking about me. So anyway, you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this shit.
Let's turn some music off here. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ichi, Nisan.
You always have a knack for jacking up the intro. Always. It's like your thing. Hey, let's jack up the intro. Let's do that. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Gene Poop Friday Hour. This is episode 81, and I am the old guy on the show. I'm Dad. I'm Sean, also known as Head Gamer. The guy on the other screen spinning around something in a Florida Gator shirt is...
Hello, everyone out there in streaming land. I am your fabulous co-host, Connor, a.k.a. Quillmeister, a.k.a. the Funny Man.
Anyway, so that's hashtag the talent. I'm hashtag production monkey.
Exactly.
So there's some new handles for us right there. Anyway, so welcome to the folks that hopped in with us. We're gonna hang out and talk about some random movies and talk about nerd stuff. Connor's got another geek question for us. And I'm sure we'll chase a few chickens at some point. So anyway, what's been going on with you?
Today sucked.
Well, okay, that's a buzzkill for the show. Thank you, and everybody have a good night.
Okay. So first off, I left work. A big storm rolled in and caused me to be super late. I basically rolled into the parking lot of at the time of when I was already supposed to be at my station. And then I get to the door. I'm feeling around for my wallet. Don't have my wallet, so I got to double back 45 minutes all the way back home to get my wallet and my badge, because my badge is in my wallet and I can't get it in the revolving door without scanning my badge. So I do that, and then I get caught in accident traffic because someone on the interstate hydroplaned during the storm and basically ran straight into one of those exit signs.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, we're in the same general area. You're about an hour north of me, so we had some horrible rain down here, but it doesn't sound like it was as bad as you guys had it.
Basically the entire way there, the sky was lit up by lightning every other minute.
Wow. Yeah, we didn't have it that bad down here.
And I'm talking lightning so strong and so close, I could see the lines and bolts of it in the sky as it struck down.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's nasty. So you ended up being what, an hour and a half late for work because you had to get home and then.
Let's see. I was supposed to start at 6:30. I didn't get back to work and to my station until 8:45.
Oh yeah, that's quite a long time. But you know what? Here's something. Here's a testament to you versus all these other people that you work with that we talk about. You showed up.
Yeah.
You left your badge at the house. You spent all that time to go back and get it to work. Whereas a bunch of your guys, from what you tell me, is like, yeah, I don't feel like coming into work today. I'm just not gonna go, and just don't
Yeah.
show up. So,
Yeah.
which is kind of hard for when you're working part of an automobile assembly line.
And that feeds into another thing. Sorry, I'm in the tail end of this cold, and I'm trying
Yeah.
to beat it. Anyway,
Beat
like freaking
it.
8 people called off today, and then I had to cover someone on one of the assembly lines all day.
Dude, they need to give you like double pay because you basically work 2 jobs every day because you're always doing your job and covering for somebody else that didn't bother showing for work.
Yeah, basically.
Anyway, so
Oh, and
yeah.
and I injured myself again at work.
Oh God, dude, your workman's comp claim just walking.
Okay, so what had
What happened
happened
now?
was, okay, so I had a cart in my hands pulling it as I walked backwards because that's the only way to truly A, kind of have a better sense of where you're going, and B, have better steering of the cart so you can get around these tight corners. So I'm going behind me. Thinking the path behind me is clear. But as I was switching out carts and bringing this empty one back, someone had delivered fresh parts and just put them kind of in the middle of the walkway and then left. So I go. I'm looking behind me and I see my leg is about to get full on pinned and crushed between the corner guard of the one I'm moving
Yeah.
and the one that's right behind me. Thankfully, I managed to put enough opposing momentum on the carts to not frickin' break my femur. And instead, it basically just bumps it and it makes a loud clang, and that surprised me. But I was able to walk away okay.
Well, that's good. I mean, dude, listen, with the work that you do and that stuff that you move around, buddy, it's an accident waiting to happen, and it's a wonder that you haven't had one of those major accidents there yet. So, but anyway, so anyway,
I'm honestly considering making a formal request that all of our guys the work back there that are moving all these carts,
yeah.
they get shin guards and then also boot covers to give them a little bit more height on it so that with those carts that have those stands on it that freaking wrecked my foot the last time,
Yeah, I think
they
that
stop instead of going right over into your metatarsals.
yeah, they need to that company needs to do standard issue steel-toed boots provided for you guys, not make you buy your own, but provided for you guys, and then those shin protectors. But anyway, so hey, another good thing to note though, on a positive note, we're T-minus less than a month away from the wedding, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. By my count,
We're 26 days away.
19. Yep, exactly 26 days.
I did the
I
math.
was around 25 days.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, pretty soon you're gonna be a married man.
Oh yeah. That's right, ladies. This big old hunk of USA grade 100% beef is about to beat off the market.
I want to put a chicken there, but it should be a cow or something, some kind of
Oh,
beef.
here I got it.
No. Okay. Moving on from that. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, I sent in all of the stuff for the measurements to your folks. I hope they're getting our suits ordered. So I'll have to follow with it.
To the lady at What the Tux.
Yeah, I mean, I replied to the email that she sent you with all that stuff, with all that information, and so we'll see. So I'll double check with her and see. But anyway,
you can always call her.
True. I hate talking
No,
on the phone.
just
I'd rather email than talk on the phone. I'd rather
honestly,
do
I
smoke
prefer
signals.
talking on the phone.
I'd rather do smoke signals than talk on the phone. Um,
The-
so, yeah,
like you know how to do smoke signals.
exactly. That should tell you how much I like talking on the phone.
There's nothing
Right?
wrong with talking on the phone.
I hate talking on the phone.
You're freaking antisocial
No,
boomer.
no, it's not. Okay. It's not antisocial. It's not antisocial. It's socially awkward. I can I can be in a conversation with a group of people. I don't usually get a word in edgewise. I can be in a conversation with someone one-on-one and face-to-face stuff, like in my therapy sessions or just like a one-on-one conversation about something we're both into. But when I get on the phone, I'm just kind of like, uh, 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 I don't know how to. I
Buy
can't.
stock.
My mouth doesn't know what to do with words, so I just hate talking on the phone. I stumble over. It sounds really stupid, so I hate talking on the phone. Anyway, I don't really have anything to talk about as far as work type stuff goes. I'm not going to talk about that
Ooh,
stuff.
me and Nix have gotten some more wedding registry stuff.
Oh, good, good. Okay, cool.
Let's see. Avetta and the boys bought us our blender that was on our registry.
Wow,
Very
nice, very nice.
And
Wait. Are you supposed to? Were they gift wrapped and everything, or how are you supposed to? How did you know what you got? You're not supposed to open that stuff until the wedding day
no,
reception thing.
okay,
Yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah. Oh, it sounded like the
Too
German
late.
folks in the movie we watched. Yeah.
Too late. And
Busted.
Theus got us oh, who cares? It's our stuff.
But it's supposed to be a gift for the wedding, not beforehand.
It's not a birthday party where we open it up at the frickin' reception, is it?
Anyway, you do what you.
Anyway,
hey, this has been anything but a traditional wedding kind of thing. So y'all, whatever, man.
I mean, think
y'all do you, boo. Y'all do you.
You've seen the person I'm marrying, right? Anyway,
I didn't say that. You said that. That's not me.
And then Anthea got us this awesome 4-slice toaster.
Cool. Okay. Stop opening stuff until the wedding. Stop opening stuff until the wedding.
No, we will continue opening stuff. Okay?
Because it's supposed to
It's
be a
our
gift.
stuff.
It's supposed to be a gift for you guys after you become husband and wife. That's why
all we did is open it. We're not using it yet.
Okay. Well, still.
Anyway,
that's just wrong.
Okay.
That's just wrong.
There is one thing we got that we opened and we're now using while eating, more rather.
Mm-hmm.
Our buddy Declan, from Australia, sent us an.
Am I pointing?
It's not your wedding hammer.
Pointing it the right way. Pointing down there. Point to the chat. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Wait until the day. Wait.
First off,
have some. Huh? Am I getting married? No, I am married. I have been married for 32 years. I'm not doing it again. Nope. I'm not trading this one in and getting another one.
Continuing on. Our buddy Declan from Australia sent us a handmade tea towel.
Nice.
And he sent us an Australian-owned thing of goodies.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool.
These are called Tim Tams.
I've heard of those.
Oh yeah.
And Hammer.
Tim Tams biscuits.
To be fair, I have a nice story of opening up a Christmas present when I was a kid before I was supposed to and putting it right back.
Told us ad infinitum.
Well, I've told you. I mean, and I may have told the podcast a long time ago, but yeah, I'll Christmas chicken. So one year,
really good.
So 1 year for Christmas, it was the year of the Atari 2600. So that's back in the day. And I knew I was going to get it. I was pretty sure I was going to get it. And there was a box wrapped under my tree. It looked about the exact size of an Atari 2600 box. So one day, my family was gone for the entire day. They went out of town or something. I was home by myself or something for hours. And so I lovingly, with a knife, unsheathed the tape on the wrapping paper, slid the Atari 2600 box out, opened the box, which of course those boxes were glued shut back in the day, opened it up, and played it for several hours, put it right back in, glued the box back shut, slid it back in the wrapping paper, and my parents were none the wiser until I told them 30 years later. So oh yeah, dude. But that was just a one-time thing. I didn't do that for every present that I got for every year that come on, dude. So Hammer's with me. No more opening gifts until the wedding day. So anyway, okay,
the
cool.
only reason why we open them, and again, we're not using them. We're basically just taking them out of their delivery packaging. That's it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's what we're doing, and we're only doing it because 9 times out of 10, the delivery packaging is twice the size of the actual box that holds the item.
I get that. Okay, I get that.
So we're only opening it to help with storage stuff to put them
In your
away
apartment.
until yes.
Okay, fair enough. Not the best, but fair enough. So anyway, all right, cool. Nothing's going on for me. It's just same old life. Going to work, seeing folks, seeing patients. I do love my job. But...
Go to work, go home. Go to work, go home.
So
Play
anyway.
Destiny, go home.
No, well, yeah, that's pretty much. No, I don't play Destiny and then go home. That's implying that I play Destiny at work and then go home. I go home.
You don't
play
have
Destiny.
that backbone thing for your phone? I thought you did.
I do, but I'm not playing it. First of all, Destiny is no longer on Game Pass, so I can't stream it on my phone like I could when I would go TDY when it was on Game Pass. And no, I'm not going to play while I'm at work. Sorry, not going to do that.
Not even on your designated breaks or lunch breaks or
I don't
anything?
really have. I have 2 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch, and I rarely get to take them. I'll usually eat a protein bar while I'm doing paperwork.
No wonder you look so fit. You're not eating, honey.
Yeah. Well, your mom just says I look thin. I'm looking weakly, so I gotta go to the gym and do some stuff. So
Scarf down some munchies, man. You gotta put
Oh,
some meat back on your bone.
I munch plenty. It all goes to the dad gut. Okay. So
The
it
dad
doesn't look
bod.
like so here looks good. Then it's down here. Then you got the gut down here. So anyway. Okay.
That's kind of the same thing with me. I mean, up here I look good. I look strong. I look broad. I look broad like Shrek. Oh yeah.
Has there been anything good that's been? Oh, I started watching the Lord of the Rings, the new Lord of the Rings series, Rings of Power.
I will not watch that.
I think I'm one episode behind, and here's my thing. I'm not dogging the show at all.
Okay.
I like it. What did you just break for for people playing at home?
You bought me, the one you bought me at DragonCon? No, Dad, I didn't break it. I quite literally was just waving it around and then it popped off.
Well, there's probably 2 different pieces that they glued together. It probably just needs to be re-glued. Right?
Yeah, but it was still kind of crappily made.
Yeah. Sorry. It's your choice. You picked it. So anyway.
Well, that's because you gave me a freaking $50 limit. And this thing was $25.
Yep. So, anyway, so I've been watching that, and God, can I just say how much I hate internet trolls? I mean, just
you hate internet trolls.
I hate internet trolls. Because we're getting tons of people. They're like, "Oh, it's not canon." Yet, well, of course it's not canon. Tolkien's dead, right? But here's the thing: it's still there's from all the other writings that have kind of been put together by his son. It's still pretty close to it, from what I understand. And even if it's not, it's like what they're doing with the Star Wars saga. They're kind of moving outside of canon to expand the universe of it. I think doing basically an origin story of Galadriel is a fantastic idea. And I'm seeing characters, like the beginnings of certain characters, and you're seeing how relationships between different races developed from early on, from thousands of years before the Lord of the Rings. So I love it. I think it's great. I just wish people could just sit back and it's like, hey, this is a topic, an area, a genre that I love, and they're expanding it. Let's have fun with it, right? Same thing with all the Star Wars trolls and the Star Trek trolls and the Marvel trolls and the DC trolls. All, you know what? Just sit back and enjoy it, people. So I'm enjoying it. A lot of people are talking about how it's slow moving. I don't find it that slow moving. I think it's just really, it's having to reestablish an entire universe before the universe that was created with Lord of the Rings. So anyway, so I'm enjoying that. Your mom and I are getting back into The Crown. Your mom watched all the episodes of The Crown. And it's a fascinating show. And it's really well done. So I've been watching that with her. And, of course, with, the Queen, dying, that kind of got us talking about it more. So we started watching again. And I had a chance because I had so much.
I saw a bad meme involving the Queen.
Oh, no, that's not fair. That's not nice.
No, no, it's just her ash urn. It looks eerily similar to Monty Python's Holy Hand Grenade.
Okay, that's not her ash urn.
It's not. Then what was that? That big glowing orb thing.
She's been lying in state in a casket for almost 2 weeks. She was. I mean, I watched this.
Then what was that orb?
It's like her orb and scepter, like rulers have. They have an orb and a scepter and a crown. So there was a scepter, there was an orb, there was a crown. They were all on her casket today.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. See, it's the royal orb. So it's not.
Okay. Then the orb looks eerily similar to Monty Python's Holy Hand Grenade.
Okay, read what Hammer said. It's what the Holy Hand Grenade was based on, not the other way around.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Just think it through. The royal family's been around a lot longer than Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But because of some scheduling and cancellation issues, this kind of stuff today, I actually had a chance to kind of have the Queen's funeral. I'm sorry, this is probably an inappropriate chicken, but it's off topic. Had a chance to watch the processional and the funeral live today. I just had it on YouTube while I was doing some paperwork, and it was really cool. It was really cool to watch that. It was like watching history, So that I really, really enjoyed. And one of the best images in it was towards the end after they did all their stuff. They had a traditional, Scottish garb, Scottish bagpipe, and he started playing a dirge, walking down the hallway in Westminster Abbey, out the back door, and just kind of walked off and disappeared. And so the bagpipe music just got quieter and quieter as he walked away. It was a really cool image. So if you ever want to see something like that and kind of witness history, that was kind of a cool thing to watch today. So anyway, so I don't have anything else really that's going on. So while you're eating, do you want to start with the geek question? You want to do the geek question? You want to jump into that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So what's the geek? Well, hold on. So now it's time for the geek question of the week, right? How do we do that? How do we introduce that? Okay, there we go. That's good enough. Just deal with it.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
It's not like we're
I
professionals.
want to have them answered immediately.
So, what's the geek question between French fries? And then you have to stop eating because you always answer first.
I know.
Because you always have a better answer than me.
The geek question is,
Ta-ta-ta.
if there was a theme park, an amusement park, based on one of your favorite fandoms,
Okay.
what fandom would it be, and what would some of its attractions be?
Okay. Cool. All right. Go.
Okay.
Because I know what mine is. Actually, I actually have an answer to this one.
I want a full-on Pokemon theme park.
Okay.
Where quite literally, and it's synced up with Pokemon Go. So at certain junctions of the park, there are these big screens that that have Pokemon appearing from around the GPS signals, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and um, a- and then if you sync up your special badge you get at the gate to your Pokemon Go app, you'll be able to like fully explore the park and catch the Pokemon at these screens, almost like you're actually out in the wild catching them, you know.
All right. Okay.
And then there would be classic. Excuse me. Sorry, nose is all stuffed up now. There we go. And there would be classic roller coasters and everything in the shape of Pokemon. Like you'll be riding a Gyarados, you'll be riding an Onix or a Steelix. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, bumper carts would be shaped as different Pokemon just bumping into each other.
Okay.
And then of course at the center of the park would be the quote unquote Pokemon League,
Okay.
and there would be a new legendary raid battle there every cycle.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is
Oh,
that it?
plus the gift shop would be freaking epic with every kind of Pokemon merchandise you can think of,
Well, there's
including games.
yeah. Okay. So is that your answer? Is that it?
That's one of my answers.
Do you have more? Do you have another one?
That I always have more. Let's be honest. But if I sat here and went into detail about every single one of my answers, we'd be here until 10 o'clock.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I tell you what. So let me talk about mine. Mine would be Lord of the Rings.
Of
I think that
course.
would be it's a pretty simple one for me to do, just because I love it. And so some of the rides would probably be, the log flumes going down, leaving Galadriel and leaving them and going down the Roros and going down that way. It'd probably be a log flume kind of thing that way. Would have a haunted house kind of thing. They would either be Mines of Moria or the Pass of the Dead. Pass of the Dead, because of the dead that are there, would almost be like the ghosts in the Haunted Mansion in Disney World, where they kind of
Nice.
are there.
Question.
Yes.
Would you have food carts selling lembas bread?
Oh, heck yes. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that probably would be all we would have is limbus bread and ale. So, would probably have like a Ride the Eagles ride, where it's like one of those,
Nice.
kind of flying in the air kind of things. Let's see. Probably would have like a bungee drop where when Gandalf fought the Balrog and fell, except you're attached by your ankle by the Balrog's whip. Trying to think of some other things that I could that would be
Dad,
on there. Yes.
I have an idea. Can I suggest something?
Sure.
So, do you remember in the first movie, when Merry and Pippin get pints for the first time, at the Prancing Pony, or the
what do you call
what
that?
If,
It's called a pint.
Where'd
you get it?
At your what if at your restaurants, once you have a size called a pint, but instead it's basically sized to the point of where it would be like a hobbit holding
If I was a
pint.
hobbit. Yeah, right. So it'd be like this big. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of some
Imagine
other rides.
that.
I'm trying to think of something that would be like
Maybe you could have a water slide, or just water themed ride, themed after those giant water horses that went down the river. Remember that kind of separated the hobbits and everyone from the Nazgul.
Yep.
You could have parades of elves going through the park, you know?
Oh yeah, like we saw at Dragon Con.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So I would probably have another ride that would be like a merry-go-round with nothing but horses on it, and it would be Arwen's merry-go-round where you're riding with Arwen, on the horses through.
Horses and wargs, maybe.
Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be wars; it would be the Nazgul chasing you. But I don't know how you'd really do that on a merry-go-round. But yeah, I'm trying to think of something else that I would. But anyway, so there's some that I would do. I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of part of the movie that could make, they could make a roller coaster kind of ride. Yeah, yeah. I'm listening.
The
Finish
picnic
chewing.
area.
What's that?
The picnic area could be between the 3 ogre statues, right?
Ah, very good, very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, if you want to have like a karaoke bar, it could be Tom Bombadil's karaoke bar, because he did everything in rhyme and stuff. So you could do that.
Yeah.
You could probably have like some kind of, where Aragorn threw Gimli, threw him over there, the Battle of Helm's Deep, something where you like
The dwarven toss.
the dwarven toss. There you go.
And win a
That would be like in the gaming area, so where you could like earn stuff, there. So there, I think that's a pretty good start for my theme park. I just can't think of something that would really create the a roller coaster kind of ride. But
doesn't have to be
anyway.
a roller coaster,
But I mean, I know, but I mean,
I feel like your main attraction could be a VR/AR simulated place that puts you in the middle of famous battles in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Things like, for example, Helm's Deep. Dang it. What's the name of that dwarven place in the first movie with the Balrog? But before the Balrog,
the Mines of Moria.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Something else that I was just thinking about. Oh, and I just lost it. Oh man, what was it? Dadgummit. A huge like rock climbing type obstacle course, which is climbing the mountain of to get to the place to drop the ring off. In Mordor.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Instead of Ninja Warrior, it's Ranger.
There you go. So anyway, so there's my answer. Yeah, that's kind of what I would do. Can't think of anything else. And I can't think of another fandom that I could come up with some good ideas for rides.
Marvel, so, John Wick.
Not really John Wick, even though I like John Wick.
Matrix.
Not even really that. I mean, yeah, I could, but I mean, they don't hold for me what Lord of the Rings does. So,
Star Wars.
Yeah, but I mean, you got Disney. Disney's got Star Wars rides and stuff. So, no. And same thing with Marvel. They got Marvel stuff down there too. So, whatever. So anyway,
Disney has everything now.
So that's my answer. Do you have another one you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Wow. Well, that was actually fairly short. We usually go on and on about the geek questions, so that was kind of a short one. Anything else before we get into the movie then? Because I loved this movie.
I found a hair in my fries.
Okay. Hairy chicken. All right. There you go. At least you didn't find a thumb. The whole urban legend of finding a bloody thumb in your hamburger, or a bloody Band-Aid in your hamburger.
If I found a thumb, I could have gotten some money out of it.
True. I guess you could have gotten DNA testing on that hair, and if proven it was somebody from the McDonald's, and could have gotten some money that way too. But anyway.
No, it was red. It was Nix's.
So, man, we're kind of flying through this today. So, is
right?
Yeah, right? I don't know what's up with that. So, do you want to talk about the movie, or you want to talk about something else?
The movie, duh.
Okay.
This movie was freaking awesome.
I really enjoyed this movie. Okay, so now it's time for the next installment of...
Roll for credits.
We got that timing right. Okay, so this week we watched a German hacker thriller action movie called Who Am I? It was German language. There was no English dub, so we watched a German movie in German and read subtitles. Which
I'm
I
used
guess
to
is which is no different than watching all your anime stuff that you do. I'm the weird one in my family apparently, because everybody in my family likes to watch movies with the subtitles on, even if it's an English movie, even if it's a movie that they've seen before. They like the subtitles on, whether it's Connor or his brothers or my wife, because they
Helps
say they
with
can't.
audio processing.
Well, because they can't hear the words sometimes or the lines, and so they can read it there. And to me, it takes away from the enjoyment, like the movie experience. So anyway, so you're used to it. I don't really like it, but it was definitely worth slogging through that, you know. Of course, usually the first 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, I don't really want to do this. But then you get into the story of the movie, and you get to where you can kind of follow the dialogue and the subtitles in the movie at the same time. Typically, I like to watch the movie twice. I like to watch it where I'm really kind of focusing on the dialogue and the subtitles, and then try to watch it a second time to kind of watch the movies, get the cinematography and this kind of stuff. I didn't get a chance to do that this time. But anyway, so this is a movie from 2014 from Germany. We don't know who these people are. We don't know the director. We don't know the actors. None of us know who these people are unless you are really into German movies, I guess. And
the director deserves deserves an award, though.
Oh my! Well, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying it was a movie that I super loved. I like these kind of movies anyway. I like these kind of hacker, action, thriller kind of movies anyway.
Wasn't Hugh Jackman in one that we watched?
Yes, called Swordfish with Halle Berry, John Travolta were the three in there. And one of the classic scenes from that movie is Gene Hackman. Hugh Jackman doing the hacking, and he's like dancing around like he's a DJ, and it's like, okay, that is so bad and inaccurate that it just became a classic movie clip. Not the best movie. I love this movie so much more than Swordfish. But the story is basically this: Benjamin, a young German computer whiz, is invited to join a subversive hacker group that wants to be noticed on the world stage. So Benjamin, as he says it, is just a loser hacker guy. He's always been the outcast.
Wants to be a superhero.
He's always been the outcast. He's always been the nerd, and people didn't like him. People made fun of him in school, and he delivers pizzas, but he's very socially awkward, but he's a hacker, and he's a really good one. And he sees this girl that he knew in high school, and she's in college. He delivers pizzas to them at the library, and he hears that she's struggling to pass a test. So he decides to hack into the computer systems of the university to get the test questions for her, in his dream that they'll get hooked up together because he'll save her day, kind of stuff. Well, he gets caught, and then gets community service, and then he meets Max in the community service, who is another hacker. But he is like your outgoing, really social butterfly kind of guy that's just kind of like an anarchist, really. And then he's got two other guys. One is a hardware genius and one is a software genius. And
Paul and Steven.
Yeah, and so Max kind of invites Benjamin to this party and basically a tryout for him, and then he joins their group, and they become this hacker group.
Known as Clay.
Right, and so they decide they need to come up with a name, so they become Clay, which is clowns laughing at you. So they wear a mask, as you can see on the screen there. They wear these clown type masks, and they idolize this underground hacker that nobody knows the identity of, called MRX.
Mm-hmm.
And so the movie is about them trying to just do some hacking stuff, to get attention, to do social justice kind of stuff with their hacking, but then they also want to get in to the inner circle with MRX. And then there's this other hacking group called Friends, and they're doing bad stuff. And what else should I say about that? Oh, he muted himself. And so there's this stuff about, hacking and trying to get in with the deep dark net hacker groups, get noticed. And as they do that, things kind of take a turn for the worse. Benjamin does something kind of impulsive and rash out of jealousy and anger that causes a lot of problems for them. And then they're trying to dig themselves out of it the rest of the movie. Now, during all this time, Europol and the German federal, basically the German FBI.
Isn't Europol Interpol?
No, Europol is just for Europe. Interpol, I think, is international. Not just so. At least according to this, Europol, according to this movie, there may not be a Europol. It may just be Interpol. I don't know. Okay, yeah. What's the question?
Is Europol comparable to the FBI?
No, because FBI is just for the United States of America. Europol would be for all of the different countries of Europe.
Yeah. So then, so then, in comparison, instead of being tied to one district, it handles a full nation.
The FBI handles a full nation.
Yes.
Europe is a continent. It is not a nation. So it handles an entire continent of nations. So it would be like if there was a law enforcement agency that covered Canada, United States, and Mexico all together. That would be like Europol.
Okay.
So during all this, there's this joint thing between the German FBI, whatever they call themselves, I forgot, and Europol, trying to find out this hacker group of Friends who's causing all kinds of problems. And they know about this MRX guy, but they don't know who he is. And they're trying to track him down, especially this one female agent in particular.
Who is it? Just me, or did you kind of look like Tilda Swinton?
No, not to me. She looked like oh god, what's her name? I'm terrible with names, folks. If you said the name, I would recognize it. But anyway, she plays the one that plays the really tall female knight in Game of Thrones. She also, anyway, I'm trying to remember her name. Anyway, so all these actors look like somebody that we've seen before. Benjamin looked a little bit like, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Ed Norton. Looked a little bit like Ed Norton. The female love interest in the movie looked a little bit like the main actress from Grey's Anatomy. I used to know her name. Something Pompeo, something or other. Anyway, so everybody kind of looked like somebody that you recognize from American cinema. But she has been tracking this Friends group and has been just coming up with dead ends for years, and to the point to where she's getting suspended from, Ellen Pompeo. So she's getting suspended. They're trying to work on this stuff. And so what happens is, as they're doing some stuff, the MRX taunts them into, hey, break into the Federal Investigation Bureau, whatever the German FBI is. Break in and do something. And so they do. The four of them work up a scheme to break in there, and they
do the impossible.
Right, they say it's impossible to get in there, but they're able to break in and hack into the place. And Benjamin is the best hacker in there. And so he goes to the server room to do some of the hacking, to send out this print command to all the printers in the entire building to print out, some taunting thing from their hacking group, Clay. But then it shows him, as he's about to leave the server room, he stops and goes back, but you don't know what he does. He's late coming out, and they don't know what he does. And then they go out partying. They run into Maria or whatever her name is, who Benjamin's had a thing for. And then turns out Max and Marie start making out. And that makes Benjamin mad. So he does something really rash with the stuff that he got from the servers and sent it out. So he got some information about names of employees at the agency and sent it to MRX. Sent it to this big hacker guy that they're trying to get noticed by. Next thing you know, a hacker's murdered. Another hacker. Come to find out, he was an informant for the German federal investigation people. And so MRX and people that he turns out people that he worked for, turns out there's the Russian cyber mafia. He sold this information to them. And then hackers are starting to get picked off. And then it becomes a cat and mouse game of trying to get to the end and escape and all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to ruin the end. You should see this movie because there's literally a twist within a twist, maybe within a twist. There's at least a double twist.
M. Night
going.
Shyamalan can learn something from this director. This guy knew how to do a twist.
There's at least 2 twists right at the end, and you go, whoa, snip, snap, snip, snap. I wasn't expect, I saw one twist coming. I didn't see the other twist within that twist. I was super impressed, and at the end of the movie, I'm just like, yes, that was cool. So it's not too often that I have movies that maybe do that.
Did you see the first twist coming or the second twist? So revealed on the boat.
I can't. No. I wasn't sure at that moment because at that moment even. Oh God, I there's so much I want to say about this movie that I'm not going to say because I'm not going to ruin it because I really encourage you to go see this movie. Go watch this movie. It's on Netflix, so it's super easy to find. So it's kind of hard to talk about it without giving away the twist, but I'm not going to do it. But even with that second twist at the end, I'm sitting there going, is that really a twist or is it really just a sign? Is what we're seeing on the screen real or not, if you know what I mean? Right? Yeah. So anyway, it's just, think of it this way. It had elements of Ocean's 11. It had elements of Fight Club. Elements of movies like Swordfish, Matrix, Italian Job. It had elements of all that stuff in there. That's another reason why Benjamin, the guy playing Benjamin in that character, reminded me so much of Ed Norton's character from Fight Club. So it was just really cool. And so I thought the cinematography was really good. I liked the lighting and the music to me was almost another character in this movie.
It really was.
Yeah, it's kind of a but it wasn't really a heist movie. It was more like a hacker movie, but it was more than a heist movie. It was because they were hacking to get into stuff. It's not like Seth Green was hacking, in Italian Job was hacking into stuff in order to help them steal stuff. It was
the hacking was the heist.
The hacking was basically the heist, right? So, but yeah, this movie, if the music felt like another character to me because it set the mood and it kept you going. It was very Euro techno, Euro rave type music, but it fit perfectly with the movie, and it did a good job of getting you built up and hyped up for different scenes.
Got to you.
It did, and then the club scenes and the party scenes with that music, it just kind of showed you. It kind of added to the vibe of the imagery of what you were seeing in the movie. And so, yeah, I not that I would go buy a CD of this music, but so anyway, yeah. So Connor, you talk a little bit. I've talked way too much about this movie. You talk a little bit about what you liked and what you didn't like and all that kind of stuff. Because I can't think of anything I didn't like about the movie other than the fact that there wasn't an English dub, so I didn't have to have subtitles.
Dad, You and I have such similar minds that everything you liked about it, I liked about it.
Not always, because we've had some movies that I loved and you hated, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So not completely.
But 9 times out of 10, if it's a movie we both enjoyed, we both kind of think of the same things that we enjoyed about it.
So was there anything
No.
about the movie that you didn't like though?
Let's see. It felt too short to me, you know? It felt like we could have gotten a bit more of a hacking slash friendship group bonding montage, you know? Because it felt like that happened a little quick, you know?
Yeah, but it didn't feel to me like that was that kind of movie where it needed that. So I didn't miss that at all. Oh, another movie that it kind of reminded me of, especially with the twists at the end, was Usual Suspects.
That's not a Shyamalan movie, is it?
No, it's not. No,
Thank God.
but just it's Kaiser Soze, you know. So it just
who's that?
Oh, Connor, go watch Usual Suspects. Just go watch Usual Suspects.
Okay,
Just watch.
First
I've
off,
got
Dad,
it.
I
So-
watched what
so
you
it had-
in the house that was appropriate for me at the time, and
Right.
then you and
Right.
then at that and then when
And now that you're old enough, watch the freaking movie. So,
Why?
Cause it's so good. It's one of my favorite movies.
Okay, how come you can recommend movies to me, but I can't recommend movies to you?
Oh, you can recommend movies to me. That doesn't
But
mean I want
I
to watch them.
have, and you ignore them.
Right? That's really good, Hammer. That's exactly right. So, and okay, so Hammer, you know this. You sitting in that that office, that detective's office, and telling the story, okay, and everything that came from that, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what the end of this movie kind of felt like. It had that kind of feel to it. It's really good. So it just took bits and pieces of these different kind of movies that I love and kind of combined them in an interesting way. So yeah, I couldn't recommend this movie anymore. And it's one of those things where, you know, we've been told, Connor and I were told by a couple of friends of ours at Dragon Con that we're crazy with a few fun expletives in there because of the way we pick our movies. And so that we literally will roll dice and pick a movie at random, which usually means we end up with some really weird, yucky, not good movies. But every now and then we'll come across something that's like, where did this come from? We had no idea we were going to see this, and it turns out great. Train to Busan, Gora was
One.
The Bollywood action movie that we watched was really good.
Forgetting about that Bollywood one,
And that was 3 hours long, and it felt like an hour. It was fun to watch. I watched it twice. There was Radius was another good one. That was early on. That was a really good one. So I really loved that one. It was just an interesting twist on the movie.
I liked that movie.
The Vast of Night was another fantastic one that we saw.
Oh, that's another one.
That was another great one.
Another one I liked was the one with the giant monster and the robot that were connected to the people in the U.S. You know, that they were able to kind of control them from the U.S., but they were in Korea and everything.
Oh yeah. It had Jason Sudeikis in it and
some chick.
Yeah, she's more than Anne Hathaway. A little bit more than just some chick. What was that? What was that name of that movie? I have to go back and look at our past episodes.
Giants?
No, it wasn't Giants. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. So that was it. That was an interesting movie, and it was much darker than we expected. You know?
Oh yeah, very much so.
So Wizards. I need to go check that one out. I don't even know if I've heard of that one. But anyway, so this is one of those movies that definitely falls into our hidden gems category.
This is the biggest compliment I can give a movie that we've seen on this podcast.
What's that?
I would watch it again.
Oh, I would absolutely watch it again. Absolutely
Yeah,
would
I
watch this
would.
again. And it's kind of like, okay, even when you know the twists, it's kind of like watching
That's a twist.
It's like watching Usual Suspects. I couldn't tell you how many times I've watched that movie, and I know what the
And you
twist
still
is.
can't know.
But no, I mean, I know exactly what the twist is, but I still watch that movie over and over because every time you see it, you can kind of see some hints in the movie that pointed to the twist that you didn't see it the first time you saw it, So anyway,
We have finally convinced someone to watch
we've
our
convinced
movie.
somebody to actually watch one of the movies that we watched instead of just me and you. So yeah,
I believe that Bollywood movie is on Amazon. If you want to
it
watch
is
that,
it is on Amazon. I have to remember what the name of it was, but it was something in
Ramanya
Hindi or
Shapartia.
Ramana Sharana Faran or something. I don't remember what it was.
Just okay. Look up Bollywood movies and see if you can find a movie that has a cover art of somebody looking like a Hindi Indiana Jones.
On a motorcycle.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. There you go. Well played, Indiana Jones. So no, you know what we need to do? We're getting on the backside of this year. We need to look at, because Brandon and Mitch do this their year-end shows. Some of their favorite movies that they've watched that year. We need to look at the ones, the hidden gems that we found through the year, and to have an episode about that. Yeah, what's up?
What's Indiana Jones afraid of?
I don't know, man. Go.
Not snakes. That's for sure.
Okay.
No, think about it. The Hindi people are famous for freaking snake charming stuff. So it would make sense that a Hindi version of Indiana Jones wouldn't have his crippling fear of snakes, right?
So what would he be afraid of then?
Let's see. Probably gonorrhea.
What?
I don't know.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't even know how your brain works sometimes.
I don't either.
Wow.
Okay. I know they have a lot of diseases over there. That's it.
I would
imagine.
imagine.
Think of something.
Right? LOL. What? I'm trying to. I would imagine most people would be afraid of gonorrhea. It doesn't have to be.
What would he be afraid of in your opinion?
I don't know.
Tigers?
It wouldn't be cows, because cows are sacred over there. So it wouldn't be that. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, let's move on.
But before
I
we
messed up the joke.
You did. But that's okay, because I'm terrible at telling jokes. Hey, before we move in and roll for the next movie for next week, I wanted to mention our buddy Dennis and his Kickstarter that's coming out. That's come out. It came out at Dragon Con. He did it for his first Lycan Solomon's Odyssey, the first comic in his series, something he's always wanted to do about the world's first werewolf. We supported that last year. He came on our show last year, and we talked about it during the Kickstarter campaign. Schedules are just not working out where he's going to be able to be on the show with us this year until after the campaign. So I told him, hey, and we're still going to push it. So if you go to, I think it's lycansodyssey.com or lycanbook.com. I'll put it in our show notes. You can get on the Kickstarter and join that. I know he's over halfway done with his Kickstarter goal. He's got, I think, 3 weeks left. So I'll try to get some numbers for you next time. It would really be awesome. We did it. We supported it. I've got his first one. It was really cool. It was a really artwork's great. We really liked the story and left us hanging at the end of that first issue, and now we have to wait a year for the next one. So please consider going and checking that out. Check our show notes, and I'll put the link in there to his Kickstarter, and we'll talk about it more in the next few weeks. But yeah, so I wanted to get that plug in for Dennis and for his stuff before we get ready to go. But now I think it's time to roll for our next movie, don't you think?
Let's do it. We are wrapping things up early tonight, aren't we?
Well, we're at about an hour. We're usually a little bit over an hour, so we're a little bit shorter tonight. Cause you know what?
Dennis
Thanks,
put
Hammer.
the link in,
Hammer put the link in. Appreciate it, buddy. Yep. So
Sorry,
if you're
Hammer.
watching this live, or if you're watching this VOD, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can check out the chat and you can see the link right there, and that gives you the link to the Kickstarter, and we'll kind of go from there. So we're gonna roll for the next movie, and see what we're gonna watch next time, because I'm really interested to see. So let me pull all my lists and stuff up here. Okay, so first thing we do is we roll a 20-sided die to kind of figure out what service we're going to be on. So, because we look at any movies from Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, HBO Max, I think. And then we roll a 10-sided die to kind of determine randomly what genre movie we're going to get. And then we roll a D100 to figure out which movie in that genre we're going to watch. So, let's do that. So, I'm going to roll a 5, which would be Amazon. So we're going to watch something on Amazon.
Oh, God.
Now we're going to roll 10-sided die and see what category. And I rolled a 6. And for Amazon, a 6 is musical.
Oh, my God.
So we're going to watch a musical on
I swear,
Amazon.
if this is another Annie and the Apocalypse, I'm going to scream.
Hey, a zombie Christmas musical? Who would have thought? I mean, come on, right?
That's true.
So you can't slam Anna and the Apocalypse too bad. So I mean, who would have thought to put those together? And then I rolled a 68. So we're going to be kind of doing a deep dive. So let me pull up the Amazon musical list and let's see what the 68th movie is in that, and we'll go from there. So y'all hang tight, and I will be right back.
All right. Hopefully it is another Bollywood musical.
Nope. It looks like I'm still scrolling here.
Bollywood musical, Bollywood musical, Bollywood musical, Bollywood musical, Bollywood musical, Bollywood musical, Bollywood musical.
No. We are going to watch a movie from 2019.
So very recent. All of our movies have been extremely recent lately, haven't they?
It's called Manifest Destiny Down, Space Time.
What?
Manifest Destiny Down, Space Time.
That sounds like it should be from the 1970s.
Okay.
That would have been reviewed on Mystery Science Theater.
Okay, hold on. You think the name is bad? Listen to what it's about.
Oh, please do.
An awkward physics genius and an ex-Catholic sorority girl wake up after blacking out Halloween night to discover they missed the evacuation of Earth. A mystery agent pursues their theory of everything as they try to save humanity from AI. And it's a musical.
Okay, so hold on.
This could be really hilarious or really like dig my eyes out with a dull rusty spoon.
So it basically sounds like if Sheldon and Bernadette were left alone on the planet Earth and throw in singing.
I'm just sitting here thinking, since it's a musical, it would be if Sheldon was stranded with Bernadette Peters in a movie. That's what it would be.
Oh my God.
So an awkward physics genius and an ex-Catholic sorority girl wake up after blacking out Halloween night to discover they missed the evacuation of Earth. A mystery agent pursues their theory of everything as they try to save humanity from AI. How in the world do you make that into a musical, right? Okay, look.
I don't know.
Bernadette Peters, man, growing up had the hots for her. And she never seemed to age. She never seemed to age, did she?
Like Jennifer Aniston?
Jennifer Aniston, you can tell she's aged. She's had a little work done.
But for like 30 years she didn't.
But Bernadette Peters, even today, she's got to be pushing 80. And still, for her age, anyway, she has aged well. And she also played Steve Martin's love interest in The Jerk. So that was kind of funny. But anyway, so Manifest Destiny down, space time. This should be a blast. I can't wait to. And by the way, the average rating score is 4.3 out of 10. So there you go.
That sounds.
And that's just user reviews. There are no critic reviews.
That's freaking awesome.
So that's what we're doing next time. So anyway, so that's all I've got. That's all Connor's got. So I guess we're done for the show tonight. Do you think?
Yeah.
All right. So
for the first time ever, we finished before the deadline.
Well, I started the clock late. Technically, we're over the deadline, but I started the clock late.
Yeah.
So anyway, look, hang out with us. We do this every Monday night at around 7 o'clock, 7:30, where we review random movies and talk nerdy stuff. And Connor always comes up with some kind of geek question. We are working on a new segment. I'm not going to spoil it.
Several new segments.
We're closer to one, and we just got to figure out some of the logistics on camera work and stuff for this new one that we're going to work on, and we'll go from there. So come join us next Monday night at 7 o'clock. We'll do this again. We'll talk about space-time musicals and go from there. Thanks, Hammer. Thanks, Kurt, for coming in and joining us. We'll see y'all next time. And we also do some game streaming on Saturday mornings. Like early Saturday mornings, like 8 o'clock, 8:30 Saturday morning. So come join us to do that.
Dead by Daylight.
And yes, and we're going to be playing Dead by Daylight. So that's what we're trying to do this Saturday. So y'all come join us for that. And you can catch the show anywhere you listen to podcasts. Just find us there. The show is on Instagram, Gene Pool Variety Hour. I'm on Instagram at HeadGamer, Twitter HeadGamer. Twitch, Gene Pool Variety Hour here. Connor's on at Quillmeister pretty much everywhere. So catch us anywhere, and if you listen to any of these shows on any place where you can leave us a review, that would be nice. If you don't and you want to go over to podchaser.com and find us on there and give us a review and some stars there, that'd be awesome too. I would appreciate it. If not, just kind of hang out with us next time and come chat with us. And we will talk to y'all next time. And so that's all we got for tonight. Y'all have a great night, and always remember,
stay nerdy, my friends.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Excuse me.